I'm Don Slack. You're listening to Swinging Doors here on KEXP, and I'm really happy to have in the studio with me today Old Crow Medicine Show, making their first appearance here on KEXP. Thank you guys very, very much for dropping by the station today.
Thanks,
while you're
Don.
in town.
We're glad to be here. Thanks, KEXP.
We're very happy to have you here. Old Crow Medicine Show going to be performing tomorrow night at the Paramount. Highly encourage you to check them out if you've yet to do so. Just a wonderful live band. We'll chat a little bit here in just a couple of minutes, but right now you guys want to get things going with the song?
Yeah, let's get warmed up, boys. Seattle on a Thursday morning. Shanty by the Cumberland River, but the rainstorm started and the water did rise. Wildcat winds and 10-foot rollers, bless my soul, it was a hell of a ride. Eyes popped open, I was laying on the levee. Lord, I ain't got to heaven, but I feel alright. Small mouth jumping, I'm a-rolling up something. Gonna throw a little high water party tonight. Oh, Cumberland River, flowing through the heart of a guitar town. Oh, Cumberland River, can't you hear me singing your song? Can't you hear me singing your song? John boat plowing up the deep green water. Look, yonder come Jimmy with the sly ride bill 5-string floating in the Tennessee sun. Always down a little muddy when we pick it down here. She runs wild, fast and free, born in the mountains of Kentucky, headed to the falls of the Ohio, asking me, darling, don't you wanna go? Oh, Cumberland River, flowing through the heart of a guitar town. Oh, Cumberland River, can't you hear me singing your song? Can't you hear me singing your song? Of the river, all the girls come running when they smell the fish fry. Barefoot dancing when we dip into the water. I've been loving this river till the day I die. Locks and dams are what made to last. There's nothing we can do to ever hold her back. She can't be held by the hand of man. The Cumberland River is gonna rise again. Oh, Cumberland River, rolling through the heart of a guitar town. Oh, Cumberland River, and can't you hear me singing your song? Can't you hear me singing your song?
Old Crow Medicine Show here live on KEXP and Swinging Doors. You guys are sounding great. Cumberland River was the song. You can find it also on their new album, Remedy. Really great album from these guys. Really do love the new album, by the way. A lot of great songs on there.
Appreciate you spinning at KEXP.
Oh, you bet. Not only that, I mean, it's a wide variety of songs. Also, you guys sound tighter than ever. How do you guys think the album turned out? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, we're really happy with it. I mean, we all kind of think it's our best one. It's kind of the record. It took 16 years to finally figure out how to make a record like that. We've been making records since we were, since about 16 years ago when this band started. You know, we came to Seattle here in the fall. This was the rainy season had just started, and we were down busking at Pike's Market.
Oh, no kidding! Right when you guys were starting out?
Yeah, and back in '98. I think we played in front of a Starbucks and had a lot of success.
Wow.
I bet some of the same buskers are here, too, at that. You know, there was a great piano player you all probably remember out in front of that kitchen supply store, and then a black quartet of male singers that used to work that Starbucks. You remember them, Gil? Gil Landry used to do a lot of busking here, you used to bust the market, didn't you?
That was a long time ago.
Very, very cool. You guys ready for another song?
Yeah, we're all suited up, man.
All right, let's do it. Old Crow Medicine Show. Don't forget, you can check them out tomorrow night at the Paramount.
This is the one. Got a little hotter way up on the same block. Listen to a holler. Look at here, honey. If you don't keep quiet, we'll mount us out another Brushy Mountain prison riot. Come on, we're unshackled tonight. I got a little time off for good behavior. Let's rock it in the Brushy Mountain Conjugal trailer. Shacked up and incarcerated, locked down lovers just to get reacquainted. Bars on the window, listen to them rattle. Tin can jumping like a rodeo saddle. Come on, we're unshackled tonight. I got a little time on for good behavior. Let's kick it in the Brushy Mountain Conjugal trailer. Give me a slider, double wide. Say trailer, wrap it up and raise a wire, take it to the jailer. Well, hurry up, honey, they hang me at dawn. I wanna jive a little before I put my jumpsuit on. Wow, wow. Oh my goodness. So knock upon the trailer. It's old Mr. Hangman looking for a favor. Hey buddy with the lady, to do some introducing. I call up the governor for the day of execution. Come on, we'll liberate you tonight. If you'll allow the pretty lady to stay a little later, let me in your Brushy Mountain Conjugal trailer.
Old Crow Medicine Show here on KEXP and Swingin' Doors. A Brushy Mountain Conjugal Trailer was the song, the leadoff song to the new album Remedy, one of my favorites on the album. Man, that guy sounded great.
Does it sound all right? You know, it's a bit young in the day.
Yes, it is.
Sort of that juvenile hour.
Yes, indeed. We'll be airing this a little later, though, so you can pretend it's actually in the early evening.
Yes, yes. I'm sure our voices will have acclimated by then.
That's right. Through the magic of
well, it's nice to be back in Seattle, Washington, one of my favorite places on the earth to perform live music.
Well, it is great to have you here. And great to have you in our studio. And don't forget, you can catch these guys tomorrow night at the Paramount. They're going to be here, and it's going to be one great show. They also have a wonderful album out called Remedy. It's actually produced by Ted Hutt, who's produced a bunch of rock albums normally, like who's produced Lucero, also Gaslight Anthem, a bunch of other folks. How'd you guys end up working with him?
Well, Ted called, I guess it was 3 years ago, and and just wanted to introduce himself. And we took an instant and immediate shine to Ted and his style. Having made rock records, it made sense for him to work on our record because we really are a rock and roll band. We're a rock and roll band that's heavily influenced by old-time music, by the precursor to bluegrass, but also by a lot of elements like you just heard in that last song, rhythm and blues music, which to me, that's old-time music as well. Old-time music is kind of the heart of the canon of American song. It's that sedimentary rock down there at the bottom.
You guys, your outfit, like, an old-time string band. You have fiddles, banjos, mandolins, dobro, and all that. But you're right, your repertoire is a lot wider than normally. But, of course, that was the case also a lot of those old-time string bands, right? They would also dig a lot into different styles of music. A lot of them would be pretty eclectic, and they could do blues, and they could do fiddle breakdowns. They could do a variety of different things.
Absolutely. And that just shows the kind of influence that bands had on one another in that time. Mm-hmm. This was an era before the radio would sort of homogenize the sound of a fiddle, and so fiddles were specific to every region of the country. You hear it in Cincinnati, and it didn't sound like Memphis. So thankfully there was 500,000 recordings made between 1923 and 1933 of traditional American music that we're able to listen to and learn from and apply to the kind of music that we're making here, 85 years later. Now,
you're from Virginia, right?
Yeah, Critter and I are both from Virginia.
You guys are from Virginia. So does the styles of Virginia reflect in your music very much at all? Or are you guys more, taking in styles from different places? Or do you
I think there's a Virginia style. I think, Ketch and I growing up in the Valley, a lot of the old-time music we didn't hear because a lot of the guys weren't playing it. The generation we grew up in was top 40 country, and I grew up listening to Nirvana, and you had to go looking for it. There's a guy named Two Gun Terry, I remember. Who was the guy from Natural Bridge? Flat Picker. Larry Keel.
So you guys would go and search out musicians.
It kind of took us moving up to upstate New York to actually find Southern music. People up there went and found it in the South in the 70s and kind of preserved it. It was a funny way we learned our music from the South.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We had to go out of state to find it.
Wow. Old Crow Medicine Show live here on KEXP. You guys ready for another song?
Yeah, I think we are. Well, we're going to do one of those that reflects a little bit more of our string band agent. Anyhow, what do you got, Critter? You picked out this one. You going to sing this one?
So 8 dogs, 8 banjos.
Oh.
All right, Seattle. It's called Old Rattler from the Barn.
Tell me what you need, my pretty little girl. 8 dogs, 8 banjos, hot coffee, sweet tea, hot coffee, sweet tea. Tell me what you need in the whole wide world. Tell me what you need, my pretty little girl. Hot coffee, sweet tea. Good loving, hard times. 8 dogs, 8 banjos, my pretty little girl. Eight dogs, eight banjos.
Old Crow Medicine Show live here on KEXP and Swingin' Doors. 8 Dogs, 8 Banjos, one of the funnest songs on the new album Remedy. Highly recommend you pick that up. Also be sure to catch them tomorrow night at the Paramount. Going to be a blast. Old Crow Medicine Show tomorrow night at the Paramount, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. Now, you guys, a few years back, you had a pretty big hit with Wagon Wheels, a song that was kind of a partly finished Bob Dylan song that you guys actually turned into a full-blown song and turned out to be a big hit, even bigger than once it got covered and turned to a big, huge mainstream country hit. And now on the new album, it looks like you have another partly finished Dylan song that you guys have polished up. And I hear there's maybe a little bit more back and forth with Bob on this one. It wasn't just you guys taking his song, but then maybe he also tweaked a little back and forth. How did that come about?
Well, in this instance, he sent us the song. You know, the one before, Rock Me Mama Like a Wagon Wheel, that one was just a song that Critter turned me on to, you know, when we were teenagers. So we just sort of did what we could with that and then tried to sort it out after the fact. But with this song, Bob had heard so much about this successful hit record that he had on a song.
I'm sure the royalty checks did. I'm sure he probably got a little boost there, although his are probably pretty big anyway. So
yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
So he sent us this song. He sent it to us, and you know, we were just so blown away by that Bob would send us a song to finish.
Oh, that's great.
Just kind of the stuff that dreams are made of when you get the call from Bob's people.
That's right. You know, if he's happy how it turned out?
Well, we, you know, this song he selected it, I can only imagine, because, of course, we've not spoken. But I can only imagine he selected it because it's from the same sessions as Rock Me Mama. So you can hear it. It's like maybe it was the song they did, 20 minutes later. There's the same band. But it's a lot shorter. Mm-hmm. This thing was only about 28 seconds.
Oh wow!
We had like a minute to work with on Wagon Wheel. Mm-hmm. So this one was there was a lot more writing that had to go into it, and then we wrote it and sent a work tape to Bob, and heard back, and Bob had these comments, what he wanted to see done with it. So we took his advice, and it's been a really great song for us.
Well, I think you did a great job with it, with Sweet Amarillo, also a wonderful tune. You guys are ready for one more song?
Yeah, I think we're going to play this brand new Bob Dylan Old Crow co-write with 37 years in between the pen strokes. Yeah! Wonder, from what I can tell, is how a cowgirl like you would ever look my way. I was blinded by glory with a half-written story and a song spilling out off of every page. Sweet Amarillo, tears on my pillow. You never will know how much I cried. Sweet Amarillo, like the wind and the willow. Damn this old cowboy for my foolish pride. So I drifted on down from the iron ore range across the wide Missouri where the cool waters flow. When I got to Topeka, I looked up your name, but they said you rode off with the last rodeo. Sweet Amarillo, tears on my pillow. You never will know how much I cried. Sweet Amarillo, like the wind and the willow. Damn this old cowboy for my foolish pride. And the tumbleweeds tumbling, and the rodeo clowns are painting their face. I'm gonna air the throttle for Yano Estacado on a wide
There's a light in the window where a road-weary shadow drifts into the arms of a long-distance lover. Then they turn back the cover and dance the Redova till the light of the dawn. Sweet Amarillo, tears on my pillow. You never will know how much I cried. Sweet Amarillo, like the wind in the willow. Damn this old cowboy for my foolish pride. Sweet Amarillo, sweet Amarillo.
That's Old Crow Medicine Show live here on KEXP and Swingin' Doors with their latest Old Crow Bob Dylan co-write, Sweet Amarillo. Sounded great, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Sounded awesome. Don't forget, you can catch Old Crow Medicine Show tomorrow night at the Paramount. Going to be a great show. Then I believe they're up to Vancouver, and you guys got some dates in the Midwest, and then over to Europe, and then back here in the States. You guys tour a lot.
We do. We tour a whole lot. I wanted to tell you about a favorite radio show we have back home. We've recently become members of America's longest-running radio broadcast, the Grand Ole Opry.
Nice. That is wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I imagine you guys are honored to be official members of the Opry now.
We love radio. We love live radio.
Yeah.
There's just something that it's a lot more like being up there at the theater, at the Paramount. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. And
exactly. And they have Eddie Stubbs too.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, he's
strong.
The rest of us look up to Eddie. he's a wonderful guy.
I'm so glad to hear that. I'll tell Eddie that they're cranking him up out in Seattle.
Oh, you bet. I love Eddie Stubbs. Well, thank you guys once again for coming by the station today. It was great having you by here. Thanks to Kevin Suggs for producing this session. Thanks to all of our wonderful crew. And you are listening to KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.